Welcome to my channel. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to enlighten you and show you things that I peep. But before I do that, can you please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel? And be sure to ring that post notification bell so that you can receive a notification the moment I drop a video. And I thank you in advance. Welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Today's video is going to be, as you know from the title and as you see from this picture, about Mr. Bob Saget. Bob Saget was a comedian who played on a couple different television shows. And this video today is going to be about, kind of his career and him predicting his own death, all right? Bob Saget was born in 1956, and he died January 9th, 2022 of this year, okay? And like I said, we're going to be talking about how he said that he predicted his own death, all right? And also, how this death is suspicious to me because, me. When it comes to Hollywood, I'm suspicious of all deaths. I know people die, but it's still something suspicious about this. Highly sus, okay? Now, Bob Saget played on the television show Full House from 1987 on to probably like the early 90s or something like that. It was a popular show. It had Mary Kay Nash on there, the Olsen twins. It had John Stamos. And, as you can see, and it had Candace Cameron on there, okay? And then her sister. I can't remember her name, but, they were all on the show. It was a popular show in the 80s, and it was a funny show. But, there were things going on behind the scenes that, we probably didn't know it. Well, we didn't know about, okay? Let's just start there. He also played on America's Funniest Home Videos where people would send in videos of their kids or just people doing funny stuff, animals, whatever. Send them in and then he'll show them to America and, we'll just all laugh, you know what I mean? So he was funny in that aspect. And damn, he looked young on there. He was real young and smaller back then. But once again, this is like in the late 80s and the early 90s. I'm going to say this show came out in the 90s. I don't remember this in the 80s. But it was a pretty popular, television show that people would look in and tune in. Just to get a good laugh because they watched him in front of Full House and they already knew him from there. They figured if he was pretty funny on there, he could do this, although it wasn't really him being funny, although he had a few jokes, here and there, but it was basically about showing the home videos. Now, once again, Bob Saget, age 65, died on January 9th, 2022, following a stand-up show that he did in Florida. Now, he was staying at the Ritz-Carlton Orlando Grand Lakes Hotel, in Florida, all right? And, his death is suspicious. They said that there were no alcohol or drugs found, in his system, but they said that they believed that he fell and hit his head and then fell, bled to death and, went to sleep, all right? This is what they claim. Now, the strange part about this is, obviously, if he went to bed, he was on the bed, he died in his sleep, right? They say he must have paid too much attention to the head injury and just went to sleep and, all of a sudden, he died in his bed. But what's interesting is, he was on his own podcast and he was speaking with a woman, and they were having a little discussion and he actually predicts his death. Now, I'm not going to really call it prediction because I already know how they do in Hollywood. He was talking about him being killed off the scene. Check this out.
I'm going to be found dead in bed.
One more time.
I'm going to be found dead in bed.
Now, this is Hollywood, okay? Now, this reminds me of Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther. He was on a red carpet, and a woman was talking to him, and he was like, I'm dead. She's like, no, you're not. He was like, I'm dead. He was looking very serious. There was kind of a nervous look on his face, but he wasn't joking. He was flat out saying that he was dead, and then he died. What's up with that? Okay? When people in Hollywood say this type of stuff, and then it happens, it's not like a prediction like there was some genius, okay? These people knew that they were going to be taken off the scene, okay? He's been known to be the P word. I don't know how true it is, but then again, I'll just say allegedly, but, the things I'm going to tell you, you use your own judgment, all right? Because he has said some weird stuff, and here's an example, all right? Gilbert Gottfried. He's a comedian who's been a comedian for decades, okay? And I guess it was like a roast they were having for Bob Saget. He joked on stage that Bob Saget raped and killed a girl in 1990. That's nothing to joke about, okay? But they have comedians, and they use these roasts to sell out of shit. And they have these comedians come out there because they figure you won't take them seriously. They'll figure that, since they're funny, you'll just laugh and be like, oh, they're not being silly, they're joking. Everything they say is not a joke. Okay? And he also joked about him drugging Mary Kate and Ashley, the Olsen twins. He made a joke about Bob putting some type of drug in their chocolate milk and then them waking up 3 hours later. Let's make sure remember that number, 3, okay? Another number they use in Hollywood, okay? Often. So what can be funny about a joke like that? What's funny about him raping and killing a girl in 1990? Why would they say 1990? All right, and then he turned around and said it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. You knew you went too far and you try to change it. It does not work like that, all right? Do you remember Mary-Kate and Ashley? This was the baby that played Michelle. She was played by two different people, but it was one child on there, and she played the one baby, Mary-Kate and Ashley, okay? Olsen. The baby name was Michelle, like I said, and, he joked about that. There's nothing funny about this. He said that he joked about him, drugging the girls with chocolate milk. That's not funny. And look over in the past, look at things. Look how, a lot of things that comedians have said in the past, they want you to brush over and be like, oh, it's just a joke, and it's not a joke. I know I said that already, but I want to get that in your head. If a comedian says something that sounds serious or sick, don't always take it as a joke. That's what they want you to think, that they're joking, but these are some of the sickest people, all right? And he's not the only one that joked about it. John Stamos, the one who played Uncle Jesse on the show Full House, all right? He also made a joke that John Stamos, had a career, on America's Funniest Home Video, saying, now take a look at this. Because that was his famous line before he showed the video, right? He would say, take a look at this. John Stamos said that's the same thing that Bob Saget used to say to Mary-Kate Olsen in their dressing room. Come on, man. That's not a funny joke. And Bob Saget looked like he was, he laughed about it, but he was feeling some type of way because there's nothing funny about that. Once again, it had him saying these things about the twins, at a roast, where everybody's laughing and they're drinking and they think everything's a joke, but don't think that. I've seen many roasts where people were saying a lot of true things. It's a way for them to get their things out, in a joking manner, and they'll figure that, it's a roast, we're comedians, nobody's going to believe us, but don't think for 1 second that man was not telling the truth, okay, because he was. And also, I saw a podcast, where he was on XM, he was on Sirius Radio, okay? And he was talking weird, man. It's like this is the same guy from Full House. Now, people thought this more of like a cookie-cutter show and probably feel like this man wouldn't be like that or say the things he did or whatever. But nah, don't think for a second just because somebody playing on a television show as a father of 4 kids or whatever and a friend and whatever, that, he doesn't do stuff in real life, because remember, this was television and he's an actor, okay? And he knew how to act and know how to play the game, all right? But he was on there giving a story about a situation where he was on the set of Full House and he had to reenact a scene with a rubber doll, and he said that he made sexual gestures with the doll, and he said he couldn't resist groping it. He said he couldn't help it. Now, that's a sick person. He said this out of his own mouth. I heard him, okay? And he had the nerve to ask the men on there, have they ever played with a doll? And they was like, no. They looked at him like, what the hell? And he had the nerve to look at them like, you haven't? Like, it was just weird. Like, that's not normal in everybody's life, all right? Just want y'all to know how weird this man was. But do your own research on him, okay? You heard it for yourself what he said, then he was dead. You know what I'm saying? That's suspect to me, all right? This is the father from Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos, Bob Saget. R.I.P. to him, if he's really dead, but I don't think so, okay, when it comes to this. Don't trust him. I don't like how they try to act like he's some type of, like he was like, predicted, like he's so smart, like, I know I'm going to die. No, he's playing you, okay? That's them playing on the public, and it's duping delight, all right? They give you duping delight because they're duping us, all right? Do not allow yourself to be duped. Look deeper into all these situations when the comedians and actors and stuff start acting like this. Check into it, all right? Please, all right? Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate any new subscribers. I appreciate my new returning subscribers. I also would appreciate if you are not subscribed, can you please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, hit all so you can receive all notifications, and please leave a comment down below. Love y'all. Also, one more thing, could y'all please check out my last video I did on Wendy Williams. It's very, very interesting, and actually what I said in the video has come true. Go ahead and check it out and enjoy y'all Sundays. Happy Sunday. Love y'all. Coffee.